Hello, today I am presenting my buyer's guide for audio interfaces. So why do you need an audio interface? Well, at its core, it allows you to transfer sound from a microphone or instrument directly to your computer. It also allows you to transfer sound from your computer to headphones or speakers, or transfer MIDI information in and out between your computer and MIDI instruments, such as keyboards or drum machines. If you don't know what MIDI is yet, it doesn't matter for now, but it will eventually become important, especially if you're a singer-songwriter. Which brings me to my first category, singer-songwriter, beginner, or band category. Now, if you're a beginner, musician, or songwriter who doesn't need to record more than vocals or guitar, I'd recommend getting a 2-input interface. I would stay away from audio interfaces that have a single input because it prevents you from recording stereo sources. And for the amount of money you'd be saving, it isn't worth the compromise. If you want it all in one package, meaning you get an interface with free recording software to start you off with, I would recommend going with the PreSonus Studio 24C. This interface has all you need to get going if you're working solo. At $130, this package offers great value for money with its 2 XLR and 1/4-inch inputs, MIDI in and out, stereo outputs for speakers, a headphone out, the low latency of USB-C, and Studio One Artist recording software. However, if you intend on recording other people in the room with you, I would recommend getting something like the Mackie HM4 headphone amplifier, which will allow you to have multiple headphone outputs, allowing both you and the person being recorded to hear what is going on. If you are a self-producing band or drummer, in this case, an 8 preamp interface is a minimum. And again, the PreSonus Studio is what I'd recommend. But this time, I'd recommend the PreSonus Studio 1824C. For only $500 it is hard to beat this value. You get 8 microphone inputs, 2 with instrument combo jacks, and the other 6 with line combo jacks. You also get SPDIF in and out, MIDI in and out, 8 channels expandability through ADAT, 8 balance outputs plus 2 main outs for your speakers, and 2 headphone outputs. With 8 mic inputs, you should be able to do a basic drum recording. However, if you want to add more mics to your recording, either to have variety in your drum recording or to record an entire band simultaneously, you'll have to get an ADAT expansion card such as the Behringer 88-8200. This is a cheap and quick way to add 8 channels of preamp to your recording setup with the PreSonus 1824C. The next category is for intermediate audio engineers or recording musicians. For this section, I'm assuming you're someone that is going to be serious about recording long term, or you already have some experience recording, you already own a recording software, or you're looking to upgrade from your entry-level interface that you've been using for a few years. If you've got a bedroom recording setup for the foreseeable future, it's unlikely that you'll need or even be able to use more than 2 inputs. However, I do think that at this level, it's important to have 2 separate headphone mixes as a minimum. Therefore, I'd have 3 recommendations to make. Either the Motu M6, the Universal Audio Vault 476p, or the SSL-12. With the Motu M6, you're getting 4 clean sounding preamps with combo XLR line instrument jacks, along with 2 headphone outputs for $399. With the Volt 476p, you're getting the same options, but in addition, you get vintage modes on each preamps and 3 different 1176 compressor settings when recording. With this interface, you'll also get a foot in the door with their renowned hardware plugin emulations. For myself, it's not something I find important, but it may be to you. And all of this comes in at $470. If you're looking for input expandability, then I'd recommend the SSL-12. With this interface, you get the legendary SSL preamp sound along with all the necessities I've previously mentioned, such as the 2 headphone outputs. However, this interface gives you the option of adding 8 microphone preamps through ADAT, so if you might end up in a larger room where recording drums or multiple instruments at once will be an option, then for $500, you can't go wrong. The last section is for the Pro Home Studio. This section is very dependent of your experience and your ideal setup. If you're a singer-songwriter musician, this section is guaranteed to be overkill for whatever needs you may have. My first recommendation in this category would be the Motu Ultralight MK5. This interface is good for a multitude of applications from recording to mixing and mastering. This interface may be limiting to some since you only get 2 mic instrument preamps and only 1 headphone output. However, with its 6-line inputs, 8 channels in and out of ADAT, and 2 channels of SPDIF, this can be an interesting buy, especially considering its $595 price tag. In my opinion, for the price, it's the best option for professional home studios. This is the interface I've been using in my studio and I've been loving it. If you want more information on this interface, go look at my unboxing video where I go into my thoughts for how to best use this interface. Also, subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell to be notified when I'll be posting a full review of this interface. Now, if you want to buy the best money can buy, your budget is limitless, and you can justify spending that much money on an audio interface, then I'd look into the Universal Apollo X series. They offer multiple configurations, and you can connect multiple Apollo interfaces together through Thunderbolt. So you can really configure your studio in the way you want to. However, it's a pretty big investment with their basic 2 preamp interface starting at $2,300. In my opinion, this is overkill for 99% of people. Sure, it's fun to have plugins being processed by the audio interface and have top-of-the-line hardware emulations available. However, it isn't a necessity to getting professional results. You're paying 385% more money for some I/O and plugin options, but in the end are getting about the same sound quality as the Motu Ultralight MK5 in terms of analog to digital conversion. But hey, this is just my opinion, and the information provided is just that, my opinion. And they aren't necessarily what's going to work for you. So this concludes my audio interface buyer's guide recommendations. If you have other recommendations you would make, or if you disagree with some of my thoughts, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts. So, see you on the next one.